जी। तो बताएं श्वेता जी।
हाँ जी। सो बिफोर वी लर्न अबाउट एबनॉर्मल साइकोलॉजी कि एग्जैक्टली एबनॉर्मल साइकोलॉजी में या एबनॉर्मल बिहेवियर के लिए व्हाट थेरेपी कैन बी यूज्ड और इज थेरेपी यूजफुल और नॉट, उससे पहले वी लर्न अबाउट व्हाट इज एग्जैक्टली एबनॉर्मल बिहेवियर होता क्या है। अगर एक नॉर्मल पर्सन के लिए जानना चाहे व्हाट इज एबनॉर्मल बिहेवियर, सो एबनॉर्मल बिहेवियर इज बेसिकली समथिंग जो एक नॉर्मल पर्सन से कुछ क्वालिटीज से कहीं ना कहीं चीजें डेविएट करती हैं, दैट इज इनडिफरेंट टू अदर्स। वो हम जानेंगे थ्रू 4 Ds ऑफ एबनॉर्मल साइकोलॉजी। दैट इज फर्स्ट इज योर डेवियंस। डेवियंस एज इन जो बिहेवियर है वो कहीं ना किसी वे में दैट इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम वेरी टू अ टिपिकल बिहेवियर जो हम यूजुअली एक सोसाइटी में या एक पर्सनल लाइफ में रिएक्ट करते हैं टू सिचुएशंस। सेकेंड इज डिस्ट्रेसिंग। सेकेंड इज डिस्ट्रेसिंग विच इज वो एक डिस्ट्रेस या डिस्कम्फर्ट क्रिएट कर रहा है फॉर द पर्सन हिमसेल्फ या फिर हो सकता है फॉर अदर्स ऑल्सो। एंड थर्ड इज डिसफंक्शन। डिसफंक्शनल एज इन वो कहीं ना कहीं वो बिहेवियर हमारी फंक्शनिंग में भी कुछ डिस्ट्रप्शंस लेकर आ रहा है। जैसे कि हम अपने कुछ नॉर्मल डे टू डे बिहेवियर नहीं कर पाते हैं, जैसे कि वॉशरूम जाना या फिर टू हैव अ कप ऑफ वाटर बाय देमसेल्फ। सो कहीं ना कहीं वो उनकी फंक्शनिंग को एक तरीके से खराब कर देता है वो एबनॉर्मल बिहेवियर। एंड फोर्थ डी इज योर डेंजर, विच इज इट इज आइदर अ डेंजर for oneself or a danger to other people. Like the person can harm himself or other people also in that behavior because he is not aware कि what is currently happening to myself or what is currently happening to me, because he is not aware of the things around him. And abnormal psychology, it deals with the people whose behavior might be atypical or abnormal in comparison to normal people. It doesn't define them as very abnormal person, but yes, abnormal psychology deals with that kind of behavior, which is certainly at some amount it deviates from a normal person, from a normal functioning of life, right? So we cannot define abnormal behaviors in words, बट इट कैन बी नोटिस्ड अगर हम किसी से बिहेवियर से किसी के एक्शंस या व्हाट काइंड ऑफ थॉट्स ही द पर्सन इज हैविंग एंड इवन या फिर व्हाट काइंड ऑफ बिहेवियर एन इंडिविजुअल शोज इन वेरियस एक्टिविटीज, बी इट दैट while eating, while doing social functioning, while doing a job, while doing his personal course, what are the different behaviors he exhibit, वो हमारा एबनॉर्मल बिहेवियर दिखाता है। अब एबनॉर्मल बिहेवियर का कॉज क्या हो सकता है? Abnormal behavior, it can be caused due to any physical illness or any disability। पर्सन का किसी का लेट्स से अगर कोई इलनेस हो गई या फिर एक एक्सीडेंट हो गया या कोई उसकी वजह से उसको डिसेबिलिटी हो गई, तो उस वजह से भी इट कैन लीड टू abnormal बिहेवियर। देन एनी काइंड ऑफ ब्रेन डैमेज ड्यू टू एक्सीडेंट और ड्यू टू एनी केमिकल इम्बैलेंसेस जो यूजुअली साइकोलॉजिकल डिसऑर्डर्स में होता है, केमिकल इम्बैलेंस, दैट ऑल्सो कैन लीड टू abnormal बिहेवियर। माइल न्यूट्रिशन, खाना ढंग से डाइट नहीं है, हेरिडिटरी एज इन कहीं ना कहीं फैमिली में अगर वो चलता आ रहा है, दैट कैन बी ऑल्सो अ कॉज ऑफ abnormal बिहेव। और अगर if the person doesn't react normally, what can be the symptoms of it? The person often gets angry and often deviates towards the behavior which is not acceptable by others, and he tends to also blame others for certain things and not indulging themselves in certain entertainment related activities दैट अदर पीपल यूज टू enjoy। जो बाकी लोग चीजें enjoy करते हैं वो ये लोग enjoy नहीं कर सकते, because not they are not indulging themselves or they are not able to indulge because they are failing to adjust in the environment, they are not able to adapt to the society demands, they are not able to adapt to the society's standards, what we define as कि normal behavior है एक person का। And they also cannot handle certain things, be it any crowd, be it any frustration, and also certain, like 1D was danger, as in they can cause harm to self also and also to others। For example, in any case that is causing self, for example अगर किसी को suicidal tendencies है, they can harm to themselves, and अगर किसी को psychotic tendencies है तो वहां पर they can harm other people, and they don't follow any rules because there are no rules for them, because they are not at a point to understand that there are rules or for a society to have adjusted in society। So then comes your signs of abnormal behavior. It could be any, again, adding to what I said, that long periods of discomfort. The person is having long periods of discomfort by sitting somewhere or by doing something, and also their impaired functioning, which is again the 1D, which is defining, that is your dysfunction. And B is bizarre behavior, which is deviant, again bizarre and your disruptive behavior. And these four somewhere decide and designate your 4Ds of abnormal behavior, which is very important in abnormal psychology. And then now comes what are the benefits of therapy and counseling, why therapy and counseling should be preferred and should be get done by the people who are having signs of abnormal behavior, and why they should choose early treatment possible options. Because we are trained behavioral therapists who are using tested techniques, scientific based techniques, assuring that client they are receiving both effective and also as the brief treatment at the right moment. And these therapies are evidence based, they have evidence in the science, and they are a basically hallmark of both behavior therapy and cognitive therapy, as in कि पर्सन क्या बिहेवियर एग्जिबिट कर रहा है हम वो भी पता करते हैं, एंड ऑल्सो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ थॉट्स आर रनिंग इन द पर्सन's माइंड, which is a part of again cognitive behavioral therapy. And behavioral therapy methods are more effective methods, because in this we have to learn about more about the person's behavior. So behavioral therapy methods are the best and most effective when it comes to treating abnormal behavior. And also we emphasize on ethical accountability, like we doesn't dictate that whose behavior or what behavior should be changed, we doesn't judge or that this is the type of behavior should be abnormal, but it is based on certain diagnostic, certain guidelines that are followed in the um, government policies and other diagnostic guidelines that are followed by, that is followed internationally. And it also address these therapies address ethical issues by stating that therapy is basically an educational process, not treating, not defining someone's abnormal behavior as the problem. And also an essential feature of behavioral therapy, it involves basically how the therapist and client they collaborate with each other. Because in therapy, the relationship between therapist and client, it is a very must and it is very important to have that relationship between therapy sessions, because that again it is the again a very essential feature, because we need to understand the person's needs, demands, and we have to also go through with the pace what the client prefers. So that is about abnormal behavior. What is it? And what are the 4Ds? And what are the signs and symptoms that you should identify that abnormal behavior? And why therapy and counseling should be considered and a better and best option when it comes to handling with abnormal behavior. So we can certainly go with different techniques. Again, CBT and again DBT, what can be suited to the client at that moment according to the concerns, according to the behavioral symptoms. That specific technique is used by the therapist in the whole process according to the client's space. So that is about abnormal behavior.